got to be a little bit careful here because, well, we're a bit of a big old girl and our mirrors get close.
Good morning.
It's a beautiful day here today. It's a Monday. It's a public holiday, and we're going to have a bit of a yarn, a bit of a chat about lane splitting, lane filtering. Come for a ride. I'll tell you all about it. When it comes to lane splitting, lane filtering, there's a lot of questions simply because the laws in different countries are different, and the attitudes in different countries are different. Hell, the laws in different countries are different. Bugger me, the laws in different states within some countries are different. Here in Australia, the laws in Queensland are different to New South Wales and Victoria, and yeah, the laws between states are different. So, bottom line, this is an FJR1300. She's a big old girl, and you can filter on it. There's a difference between filtering and splitting. Filtering is done in very slow traffic or stationary traffic, and the bike is travelling here in Queensland no more than 40 kilometres an hour while filtering through traffic. Now, this is a perfect way to give you a demonstration. I can filter between lanes on this line. I can filter between lanes on this line. I cannot legally filter between the lane of traffic and the curb. I cannot filter between the lane of traffic and the parked vehicles on the side of the road. Legally, I also cannot use breakdown lane on the right or the left of the motorway. Now, here's where common sense has to dictate around rules and regulations. That's here in Queensland. In other states, it varies, and in other countries it definitely varies. Up until relatively recently, we were not allowed here in Queensland to filter in traffic. It was against the law. The challenge is the simple fact that the authorities have not exactly gone overboard to inform the general public of this. The fact that legally we're allowed to now. So consequently, we get a lot of really irate people. And it's funny with attitudes of people when it comes to lane filtering, is that you wouldn't believe the things that some people do, the things that some car drivers do. Sorry, but they're car drivers, right? Because they see get upset filtering through traffic. I've had people open doors, for heaven's sake, just because they don't want me filtering through traffic. How ridiculous and childish is that? They're prepared to use their vehicle as a weapon to stop somebody passing them. Seriously? Yeah. Anyway, that's I've had people try and chop me off. I've had arms come out of windows. I've had all sorts of things where people just get upset. To say nothing of the general abuse when you get to the front of the traffic. The idea of filtering is, one, it's, depending on how you look at it, for me, number one, it's safety. I would rather pull up at the front of the queue because the cars behind me are already stopped. Therefore, I'm not going to get rammed from behind. Because if I just sit in the queue of traffic as per normal, potentially I could get rammed from behind by somebody that doesn't stop for the intersection or the lights or whatever. So generally speaking, I'll do it as a safety procedure. I won't do it here. The challenge especially on this big old girl, is that gap directly in front of me there, the first one between this red car and the grey one is not too bad, but the next one, there's no way I'm going to fit between that. I'm good, but I ain't that good. I'm honest, it's a bit of a safety technique, where if I go to the front of the line and the traffic is already stopped, then the chances of them running into me is a lot less. That's how I look at it. Yeah, stationary traffic ain't going to run into me. That's the other one. That's the main one I look at. The other main one is we take up less space. We're motorbikes. We take up less space. Where you're already stopped at the lights, and a motorcycle is going to filter between you and go to the front. Chances are he's not going. He, she, the motorcycle will not delay you. You've got to be a little bit careful here because, well, we're a bit of a big old girl and our mirrors get close, but that's cool. Like I said, you just got to be on the ball. But see, we're doing more than 40k an hour, so I can't do it now. So that's how it works here. But the interesting is the attitudes of people, the abuse that you can get from the what would you call it, the uninformed, that aren't aware that you're legally allowed to do this, and you just slide up here and you go to the front of the queue. How on earth is that bad? If nothing else, I don't get caught in traffic jams. I have to slow down a little, but does that not make the traffic, assist the traffic in flowing better because I'm one less car in the traffic jam? If I wasn't on the bike, I would have to be in a car, so I would be contributing further. Some of the countries that I have been to where filtering is regarded as a way of life. It's yeah, you go to Asia or India or within Asia, you go to the Philippines, go to Saigon in Vietnam. My goodness, the traffic there, when it comes to the sets of traffic lights, the traffic stops a full 1.5 car lengths away from the front of the traffic lights so that the bikes can come through and pull up at the front of the traffic lights. They know the bikes are coming through, and they give them space for that. Yeah, Thailand, everybody filters on a motorbike. It's normal. It's to be expected. Philippines, everybody filters on a motorbike. It's to be expected. That's a part of life. Here, and certainly from what I can make out in the Western world, car drivers think that they're in some sort of a race, and how dare you pass me? Well, geez, dude, check it out. All right, hey, that's my little rant. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic week. Keep the shiny side up, so to speak, and just be careful when you're filtering, because sometimes people get really irate. You all have a great week. Bye for now.